Well, good morning, everybody. It is April 8th, 2024, and my name is Tony Grillo. Welcome to my channel, Wisconsin Hugs. Uh, what a beautiful, gorgeous day here in Wisconsin. I'm just getting ready to, I have the day off from my normal job at Walmart, so I was getting ready to, I had to get an oil change done on my truck, and then I was going to head out and do a little door dashing for a bit and enjoy this beautiful weather. Go out for a quick little drive around here. My girlfriend's birthday is next week, so I'm planning a trip to Chicago. Have some fun out there. Maybe spend a night out there. So trying to put that all together, and maybe I'll put some video out on that as well. I hope everybody's doing well. It was too bad North Carolina State lost to Purdue, but I don't know a whole lot about Purdue's basketball program. I don't know much about basketball at all because I love the March Madness, so I will keep track. That's when I start paying attention to basketball, and so. I was listening to the game on the radio while I was door dashing, and that Zach, what's his name, Zach Eddy or Zach Effrey or something like that. He's like, I don't know, like 7'4". He's a center for the Boilermakers. This kid was just totally dominating. I was listening to a game on the radio. He was totally dominating that game, and so I did Google him, and man, he's a big kid from, I guess, Canada, and his mother is Asian, and she was like 6'3". She was an Asian immigrant and came over to Canada, and she played basketball herself. And apparently Zach was he played even hockey, and he played baseball, but his strike zone was too big, and then his I don't know. He's probably too big for hockey too. It's hard to be a hockey player at 7'4", but there are some big hockey players nowadays. So hockey players are now up there like 6'4", 6'5". That's not uncommon nowadays to see hockey players that big. So anyhow, I'm excited about the tournament, the championship game. I mean, got the two number one teams going to battle it out. So. For those of you guys that do brackets and stuff, and you pick the two number one teams in the championship, well, I guess you did pretty good, So, and it looks like the people that rank these teams did a pretty good job ranking too, and yeah, and we have an eclipse coming today in Wisconsin. It's going to hit at 2:00. So I'll try to get some video of that. And I'm kind of looking forward to that. And basically, I kind of stayed off social media for a bit. I was going to go back and start checking out some channels that I'd been commenting on. And I'm going to see what they are doing with their stuff, and see if any of them have made any changes when I was kind of spoofing one of the channels. We'll see if that has happened at all. But I've just been too busy. I've been too busy working between my Walmart job, my door dashing, and other things going on. I just haven't had the time to get on there. But I'll tell you one quick DoorDash story. It happened 2 days ago. It happened on Sunday. It was a Sunday night, and it wasn't that far. It was the next town south of here, Cudahy. It was in South Milwaukee. I was driving around, and I had an order at the Walmart Subway, and it said on my phone, it said a one-item sandwich. Walk in there and grab the sandwich. It was there, and I go deliver it. It's about a 3-mile drive, not very far. And I get there, and the guy says, he wants me to hand him the sandwich. Okay, fine. So I hand him the sandwich, and he's like, "Where's my Sprite?" And I'm like, there wasn't any Sprite sitting there next to the sandwich, and I only saw one item on the phone, on the order system. So he got really upset. He's like, God, they do that to me all the time. They always short me my cookies, my drink, whatever. I just don't know what it is about that Subway over there. And I've had some problems with that Subway too. That particular Subway, they're always they never have any of the food, like the sandwiches that they claim to sell. They're always running out of the meat or whatever it is they want to make. And then when you show up on a DoorDash order, I have to make the phone call to the customer because the order is not ready, and I have to talk to the customer and ask the customer if they like to change their sandwiches, which that's a pain in the ass. My job's to go deliver the food, and now I got to go call the damn customer. So anyways, I had a phone call on there. It was spam or something. I don't know. I didn't recognize the number, but anyways, yeah. And so, the guy he was upset, and, this was not a big tip job, and it wasn't, but, it's only, I think he only tipped me like $2 or something like that. But, I could tell he was pretty upset, and so I had another order to deliver. It was a 2-order item I had to deliver. I had a Taco Bell I had to pick up too, and that guy's house was like 3 or 4 blocks away. So I'm like, well, I got an order I got to deliver. I'll go get that done, and then I'll go get you your Sprite, I figured Subway was, 3 miles away. I'll drive back 3 miles, go run into the Walmart, grab the Sprite, and come back out. So I went and got the other order done, and then I ran down and I actually turned the dash off so that I wouldn't get any more orders. Ran down there, back to the Subway, got the Sprite, told the girl what had happened. And sure enough, it was on the guy's receipt because he showed me the receipt. It said he did pay for a Sprite. So I went over there. She gave me a bottle of Sprite, no problems. And then I realized, oh my God, I don't know if I can remember this guy's address. And so I flip it on the phone, and well, of course, once you finish an order, that order's gone, and there's no way you can go back to that order. And then I also turned the dash off, so that order was gone. There was no way, and his number was gone. Everything's cleared out. So I called DoorDash real quick, and luckily got a hold of somebody right away. And I asked him, hey, what was that last order? I need the address because they forgot the Sprite. I was going to run the guy's Sprite back up to him. And DoorDash is like, well, that was a Subway order. And so we have no record of that address or anything. It doesn't come up. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. So I thought, well, maybe I can remember off the top of my head, And so I retraced my steps. I drove exactly the way, I left Subway, and I drove back to that next town. And I remembered I had to turn left at the stoplight, and I thought, God, I think it's on the same street that I turned left on, and it's 2 blocks, and drove down, and I'm trying to remember the guy's house, what it looked like. I knew it was on the right side, so I'm looking at all the houses, and I think this is the house. I think this is, and so I ring the doorbell. Well, it's not the house. It's, and then I look at the house next door, and I'm thinking, oh, wait a minute, I think that's the house, because they were both white houses, but the decks were different, the front porch or whatever you want to call them. And so I walked over the other one, and I rang the bell, and he came out. Luckily, it was the same guy, right guy. So got him his Sprite, and he was happy. And so just kind of one of those goofy things that happens, on there. But now I'm learning my lesson as far as dashing. I'm going to make sure, especially when I hit that one Subway, if I got ever delivery orders, I'm going to make sure to check the receipt, make sure there's not any other items. I even told the guy, I said, I think what's going on here is you're ordering off the Subway app, and then Subway gives DoorDash the order. But for whatever reason, they're not putting all the items on there, because I said, if you looked at my phone, I actually showed it to them before I cleared the order out. It said 1 item. That's all it said. 1 item sandwich. That was it. I didn't know there was 2 items, but I should have checked the receipt. I should have checked the receipt, made sure there wasn't any other items on that receipt. Now I'm going to do that from now on out. But anyways, we're going to head out. Me and DJ, he's getting anxious. He wants to get going, don't you, buddy? You want to get going here? Yeah, he wants to get going. So he's such a good dog. He wants to go play. And, we haven't had a beautiful day here in Wisconsin in a long time. So I'm going to get him out of here. Maybe I'll even Let him run at the dog park for, yeah. You want to go dog park? You want to dog park? Huh? You want to do dog park? You want to go doggy park? Doggy park? You know what the dog park is, don't you? Yeah. Maybe I'll get him over there real quick, and then we'll go do our door dashing. All right, everybody. Hope you enjoy the Eclipse, and yeah, have a great day, Wisconsin Hugs.